Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, and today we're going to talk about terracing a hillside. There's lots of different ways to terrace a hillside, different materials. You can use block with a facade, you can use keystone like this Country Manor stacked keystone, or you can just use a regular stucco facade on the CMU block again. So what we're going to look at is a hill that was terraced with a Bellegarde Highland keystone that is stacked, meaning it's not mortared together. So here you have the original hill covered with weeds and all kinds of dead vegetation. First part of terracing this, of course, is to scrape all the vegetation and start carving out the various plateau areas. Now, whenever I terrace a hill, I want to try to separate all the walls by about 7 feet from the front of the first wall to the front of the next wall. The next important part of it, after you start removing all that dirt, is of course the footings. Now, follow the manufacturer's specs on your particular material. Some keystone you can just use regular gravel footings depending on the weight of the block and the height of the wall. Other keystone you do have to use a concrete footing with a rebar reinforcement. So it's important that you follow the manufacturer's suggestions with your particular wall. Also, keep in mind that in certain parts of where you live, there may be permitting requirements if the wall goes above 3 feet. So make sure you're aware of all the codes and specs for building your wall. So this particular wall, the bottom one had to be permitted and was done a couple years before I came onto this project. We did the next 3 walls. Now, as you can see here, we had gravel footing on this wall. It was a 3-foot stacked keystone wall. The other important part about doing these keystones is to make sure you have good drainage behind the wall. Note all the pipes we've set up on this wall, and they have this special atrium drain so that when water gets to the flat part, it goes into the drain, which daylights to a drain that goes out to the street. The reason this is important is you don't want a lot of rainfall building up behind the wall, which could cause the wall to fail. So make sure you install drains behind those retaining walls. And again, I like to separate my keystone stacked walls by about 7 feet. Again, this material here is Bellegarde's Highland keystone. It is pretty darn heavy. Each one of those pallets weighs a ton. So here is basically the terracing has been finished. The guys have hauled it all up there. There was a total of 2 walls that were added so the client could get to the top of the hill and enjoy this amazing view of the hillside surrounding Poway and Rancho Bernardo. And then as the wall was finished, we went back and added some decomposed granite for the seating areas. So what they wanted to terrace this wall for wasn't to plant in those 2 areas. It was to add a lot of furniture so they could really enjoy the view. And then above the final wall, they are going to really enjoy their California native garden. We planted about 14 different natives that once they're established are going to need very little water and very little maintenance and have blooms all different times of the year. Things like sages, cotoneaster, ceanothus, toyon, lemonade berry. A lot of wonderful Southern California natives are going to be on this hill. So that's a really quick little video on how to terrace a hill. Make sure you follow those manufacturer instructions and stick to the recommended height for your particular material with your wall. Well, that's all for now. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thank you so much for watching this video on how to terrace your garden. Make sure to hit like and subscribe to see more of my videos, especially the how-to series. Thanks again for watching.